Sup, it's your boy, Big Reg, coming to you once again, not from the shadow of the big house in Ann Arbor, Michigan, but once again from the suburbs of New Jersey. That's right, folks. I'm on vacation yet again due to the Christmas holidays. Ho, 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 everyone. I raise my glass to all of you, wishing you the best for this holiday season for you and yours. But enough of those trivialities. We're here to discuss one thing and one thing only, folks. Oh my gosh, I have to take a deep breath. My heart is a bitter pattern just thinking about it. You know it, I know it, y'all know what's up. I feel like screaming, but I can't because my mom is sleeping in the other room and she's gonna barge in here getting all mad if I get too loud. Joining me tonight to preview the first ever college football game for the University of Michigan Wolverines football team. First, as always, producer Jay Bizzle.
Snow is falling in Ann Arbor right now as the white powdery stuff just starts to blanket the earth. But there's three things that are inevitable. One, death, taxes. But the third thing is that it's always Michigan versus everybody.
Whoa, this guy's getting risque already. We're only a minute into the video. He's already taking his clothes off. Holy smokes. Oh my goodness gracious. Next, joining us. Oh man, this guy's been waiting a long time to get on for us to start the show. Thank goodness he's created some vent holes in his bag. The one, the only bag man from Pittsburgh.
Merry Christmas, everybody. Hey, before I get a lot of heat for whatever I say on the show, I thought long and hard about my role here as a fairly new participant on the show. I will no longer apologize for my honest views about what's going on in my head and my heart. I realize my role here is to be kind of like, the unspoken conscience of all of the fandom of the University of Michigan. Truth only will come from this mouth. Go Blue.
I don't know what it is, but that bag, it makes your body look very small. I don't know what it is. It looks a little off-putting, to tell you the truth, but I'm glad you've saved yourself at least enough ventilation so that you can survive this entire episode. Next, joining us after squashing some family dramas, the one, the only JC from Sunnyside.
Oh, what's going on, Big Reg? Glad to be back. Jay Bizzle, who cares if it's snowing in Ann Arbor? The game is in Miami. Bag man, that is a big bag. It's almost right over your shoulders. I'm feeling a little at peace. Like I remember feeling jittery leading up to the Michigan State game, the Penn State game, the Ohio OSU game. But I don't know, leading up to this week, there's a certain sense of peace and a calmness about me. And I think this team is just putting me at ease. Just the way they're grinding and going to work. I'm at peace.
Wow, somebody is really getting into the Christmas spirit here. JC from Sunnyside, finding peace on earth and goodwill toward all men. Holy smokes. Wowzers. Next, joining us. I'm not sure what he's doing. He's gotten a new haircut and a new attitude. It looks like it. The one, the only nameless guest. Of course, he's still on mute, though. Incredible. We're almost 100 episodes in, and he's still on mute, and he's still on portrait mode. Holy smokes.
Here we go. We got to keep true to the themes of the show, but I did bring one special guest with me, okay? I have enjoyed the time off. It's always good to get a little leave, but it's crunch time, and I have to say, this has snuck up on us. This semifinal matchup is so close, and it's fast approaching. But here we go. I got new buddy, special guest, Mr. Harbaugh, Coach Harbaugh, Coach of the Year, baby. Shout out to my sister of the nameless, crocheting, Hassan Haskins, H2, buddy. We got a Harbaugh. She's working furiously downstairs on Aiden. Some good stuff. Everybody get into it in this household, man. Come on, let's go Blue.
My glass of that. Oh, go blue indeed. Holy smokes. The arts and crafts section of the show, well represented. And finally, the one, the only man who loves to be wrong, who is praying to be wrong, and has proven to be wrong this season, Mr. Scorehead.
What's up? What's up, Big Reg? I'd like to give a shout out to my people in the Beeburg, zip code 24060. You know who you are. You know who you are. I'd also like to request a Jim Harbaugh voodoo doll that nameless guest has. I got a lot of pins I can use on that. And we all know that Mr. Bagman is the #1 Fire Harbaugh fan club fan. Thank you for joining.
I got your back, Squarehead. Yep, no doubt.
Oh my gosh,
Oh my
listen to
gosh.
these two. Holy smokes. Holy smokes. Oh my gosh. Their motto is, nobody wants to be more wrong than me. That's what they say every week. And so far this season in 2021 football, they've been wrong every week except one. So I raise my glass to that. Gentlemen, I turn it over to you. JC from Sunnyside already got us kind of rolling on this topic, but how are you feeling now that we're getting closer and closer to the big game this Friday, New Year's Eve, 8 p.m. kickoff, the University of Michigan versus the University of Georgia, the first ever college football game.
Let's just put it out there at first, because I'm the only one on this panel who's actually going to the actual game here. So for me, excitement abounds, yet all is calm as well. There's a certain sense of just peace in knowing that we've made it this far. Everything is gravy from here on out. I'm looking for us to just play our game, and the results will fall as it does. You notice in the background, I purchased my Big Ten championship shirt that I will gladly wear now. I did have a chance to visit a certain family, a Joe family in Pittsburgh, and we definitely had a great time reminiscing about all the wonderful things. We watched every single highlight, every single touchdown in this 2021-22 campaign. So I'm feeling really good. I did drive through Ohio, and I wore my Michigan gear proudly to vehemently assert to them our dominance in the state, even though I just happened to piss in their restaurant that's there. But hey, flight is going down tomorrow. I'm going to meet up with other people in Miami to watch this team perform the way that it should. It looks like so far everything happens to be going okay. COVID is fearful, but hey, it's Michigan versus everybody. Michigan versus everybody, including COVID. Michigan versus everybody.
Oh man, knowing you, you're gonna turn that into a bikini top and wear it on Miami Beach before the game. Holy smokes. That's what I want to see. Shake the money makers. Oh golly. Wow.
Michigan versus COVID. Come on, man. What happened to Dax Hill? I'm going to be pissed if this game gets canceled or has any impact due to COVID going through the Michigan football program. If Jim Harbaugh cannot control his team and there's a COVID outbreak because they did some shenanigans here and there for the past 2 weeks, I'm driving to Ann Arbor and I will knock on his door.
No.
Mark my words.
Give me a break.
Wow, you really are desperate for any kind of negativity, aren't you? Oh man, oh man. Well, I'll just say this. None of the Daxton Hill COVID rumors have been verified or anything like that. Latest word is that everything's good so far in the Michigan Wolverines camp. So I keep my fingers crossed. I hope for the best. And I raise my glass to Coach Harbaugh, the staff, and the young men that make up the team, that they will stay healthy and happy and prepping for this big matchup versus the Georgia Bulldogs. Whoop, whoop.
So Jay Bizzle, when you were sharing just now, you kind of reminded me of my own little episode I had where I was sporting my Michigan gear, had my Michigan visor on, down in Tampa with the family, having a little golf vacation. And up comes upon us huge dudes. And they're like, Ohio, big Buckeyes surrounding us. Okay. And razzing me and like saying, man, I bet you haven't taken off that visor in weeks, just really pouring it on. And don't worry, it was fine. It all ended well, but still, I was proud with my Harbaugh in hand, defending Michigan Nation, proud. This season has been glorious. It's been a dream season. Look, I've evolved here. And ever since we knew we were going to the semifinals, I think my mentality was, okay, we're big underdogs. We're playing with house money. This is why I feel a little bit of sense of peace and calm. Because, you know, it's almost like anticlimactic. We've achieved the dreams. We beat big Buckeyes. We've gotten the Big Ten championship. Who cares what happens? But, you know, as the game approaches, it's not good enough. We can definitely win this game. Yes, I think we still are a little bit of an underdog, but we have all the makings to pull this off. So I'm excited. I share in that enthusiasm. JB, I wish I could be there. I wish this game were in Dallas. I had a game plan to be there, but got to be with the fam. It's not just a sad excuse. My household is filled with family right now. I'm hoping to get another Aiden doll from Sister Nedge down there. Go Blue.
Indeed. Oh man, you got working in a sweatshop down there making them dolls, bro. Come on, man. It's Christmas time. Give her a break.
I gotta say, I don't know where all this peace and calm is coming from. You guys are acting like you wouldn't be upset if we lose on Friday. Let's be real here. If we lose on Friday, there's going to be six. We're all going to be upset. We're going to be losing. See, I get the whole, playing with house money. It's all gravy, but come on, man. Let's be real. We're going to be upset if we lose. So I don't know. I'm not feeling peace. I'm feeling just as nervous as I was, before any of these other games coming up the last few weeks.
Excited though? Excited or nervous because you don't think that we can pull this off, Bagman?
Nervous. I'm realist. I think we got a chance to win for sure. I think look, I'll say this. I'd be very surprised if Georgia. I don't think Georgia's going to run us out the building. That's for sure. I don't think that will happen. I think it's going to come down to, one or two plays here or there. Who's going to be able to make that one? Which quarterback's able to make that one or two key play against, two very good defenses. And the way I see it is, Georgia is, they certainly got exposed by Alabama. But I mean, statistically, if you look at it, they're almost an NFL type of defense. We're more, I feel like, bend but don't break. So I don't know. It'll be close, obviously. It'll be a close game. But
Bagman, what happened? You committed. You believed. You believed last episode.
Hold on. I have to clarify because I got muted last time. I remember when I was about to say this. Where I came clean is I said I was gonna jump off the fire Harbaugh bandwagon. That I understand, but I'm not gonna say all of a sudden we're gonna win every single game. Come on, this is we gotta be real. We gotta be real here. We can't be six homers just sitting around talking about how we're gonna win every game. We gotta analyze the facts.
Shades of Peter. Before the rooster crows, you will deny me 3 times. No, I will never deny you. I will never deny you.
Oh god.
Come on, Bagman. Listen, I'm getting a little jittery now. I started out with peace, but I'm getting a little amped up. And
See,
I
I know.
think Nameless was right, where this game kind of snuck up on me a little bit. And now that we're starting to talk about it, start to percolate, my palms, my fingertips are getting a little sweaty. I believe that this team, since the Penn State game, since Eric All took that crossing route and took it for the touchdown, there has been no better team in the country. Maryland, OSU, dismantling of Iowa. Like, there's been no better team in the country than the University of Michigan. And their I think culture, the way that everybody plays, Aiden Hutchinson, Haskins, it's infectious throughout the entire program. Even me, when I do my bowl flex, I turn on OSU versus Michigan. And that gets me an extra 50 on the incline and a decline. It's infectious to Wolverine Nation. I believe in this team that we're going to pull this out. We can get into the X's and O's in a little bit, but I think they have a tough time matching up against us. We match up pretty well against them, right? And I'll get to that in a second. But I want to hear what everybody else is feeling.
Hey, yeah, it's infectious. I get pumped up when I watch workout videos too, when I'm sitting there on my couch watching workout videos. But anyways, come on, man. We all know that the playoffs are just a clean slate. What do you mean we match up well? We haven't played anybody that they've played. We can't compare ourselves to them. They can't compare them to us. We're just playing it. This is just another game we're going to play against a very good opponent, and we'll see what happens. How can you say we match up well against them? I mean, we haven't played any common opponents.
I would say there are a lot of people in this country, experts that know football, and they named the Michigan O-line the best offensive line in the country, right? Those bruisers. And yeah, I think the Georgia defensive line is stout, no question about it. But if there is an offensive line that can stand up to them, it's ours. It's ours. And, I think our receivers, I think Haskins is not going to do as well as he did in the past. But this game will come down to Corum and Edwards catching the ball out of the backfield. That's going to be our bread and butter. That's going to be our bread and butter right there. Haskins will be a little decoy. We'll run him up the middle to set it up. But throughout the game, you're going to see Edwards and Corum get the ball like they did against Maryland. Remember Donovan Edwards? He had over like 170 yards receiving. I think that's the game plan. That's got to be the game plan.
Speaking about recognition of the immense job that Sharon Moore has done with this O-line, just a quick aside, but got to recognize, John Madden calling out this O-line in one of the most impressive performances he's ever seen in the Buckeye game. RIP, baby, sad passing of a legend, John Madden. So O-line, go for it. You were recognized by one of the greatest ever. Come on, man. Do him proud, baby. Let's go. Go blue, go O-line.
If we're going to give the keys to us winning this game, I'd like to jump in and say that the only way we will win this game is if Jim Harbaugh stays away from coaching. We just need him to stand there as the head coach. Let the offensive coordinator do his thing. Let the defensive coordinator do his thing. We just need Jim Harbaugh to call timeouts. And that is the key for us to win this game.
Come on, Bagman. Who's keeping it real now? Bagman, speak truth here.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of repeat what I said earlier. I think it's going to come down to quarterbacks, as obviously as this game often does. I think the lines are both pretty stout. I don't think either side is going to probably have a massive advantage either way. Neither team, I don't imagine. I agree with Sunnyside. that Haskins will have a much harder time picking up yards than he usually does, obviously, and rightfully so. And I don't think they're gonna gash us on the ground either. I think again it'll be a fairly low scoring game, and it'll come down to quarterback play, who's able to make that one or two big plays to win the game. I honestly, I think it could go really either way. So I know it's not prediction time, so I'll hold off on that. But it'll be a close game. It's going to come down to QBs.
So a matchup that a lot of people are talking about to watch. Maybe Big Red, you have a thought on this? I don't know, but I know Bizzle does. Okay, but their stud tight end, who is he? Bowers or somebody? I mean, the guy that's
going to be a tough matchup. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's an imposing figure, tall, physical dude, matchup nightmare, and must be salivating with our one of our big time leaders, but athletically challenged linebacker, Josh Ross, baby. I mean, he has some skills, but he's got some weaknesses too. What are we going to do? I'm kind of watching that one with a little bit of trepidation. We're a little vulnerable there.
100% agree. I feel like that's the one matchup where there's a decided advantage in one direction, right? So certainly a concern for our side. So, otherwise, I don't see anything, glaring that can be exposed. That's the one X factor for sure. I agree.
This matchup will come down to who can score in the tough times, because I think both teams are going to have a really tough time getting the ball in the end zone. If we could limit Georgia's big playability, because let's be frank, they have speedsters all around. I think if we can limit that big play ability and limit them to either field goals or nothing, that's going to be the key for our victory. And I think for Georgia's side, if they can limit what we can do offensively, if things aren't clicking like they have been clicking, that could be a major, major issue for us. Which, as of late, within the last 3 games, I agree with JC from Sunnyside. We've seen a different team on offense. We've seen a team that's willing to push the edge to get the scores. Quick, early strikes, punch them in the mouth, make sure that they get that defense just vulnerable to a lot of different things. And I think if we go with that same mindset going into this game, which we've now had a month to prepare for, dissecting, analyzing all the strengths and weaknesses of that Georgia defense, then there's hardly a situation where I think that Georgia will come up with something equally or if not better than what our defense can handle. So Mike McDonald, he's a former Georgia Bulldog. He knows Georgia. He's gone against multiple offenses in our own league that have brought something. We've gone against 5-star stellar. I mean, if you can name a better wide receiver crew than OSU, tell me what SEC team has a better wide receiver crew than OSU? None. No. None. And yet we still limited them. So to say that we haven't played the exact same opponents, yes, of course not. But you can't tell me that OSU is not a top 10 team with at least a top 1 wide receiver class. 2 of them already declared going to the NFL, not even playing in the Rose Bowl game because they know that they're studs. And yet we still limited them to what's going on. Tell me again, if there's not a better defensive line, offensive line that's gone against multiple teams in our league that have top 10 ratings on both the offensive and defensive line. There isn't. And yet Georgia and the SEC weak sauce conference comes in with their, we only lost to Bama, who was ranked number 3 in the nation, blah, 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 and they haven't played anyone. Name someone on that Georgia schedule who's actually done anything. No one. Bama's weak. Georgia's weak. This is our time to shine, baby. This is our time to shine and to bring it because it's Michigan versus everybody.
And there's some truth there, producer JB. Like, they played Clemson.
Yep.
Back when we thought Clemson was something, but they're really nothing, right? I think 2 additional things that we need to point out. One, the QB isn't all that. Let's be honest, right? He's a walk-on. He's serviceable, but you know, they may have a rock star tight end, but you need a QB to get him the ball. The second thing is their defensive coordinator already took a job. He's got 1 foot in, 1 foot out. And I'm not sure how committed he's going to be this week, because our coordinators are all in. Their defensive coordinator is in, but he's also out, right? He's going to Oregon. Where's he going to Oregon?
Yeah.
So
Oregon.
I think that level of commitment there may not all be there, because mentally, he knows he's going to Oregon.
Good point. Good point.
Fair point. I wanted to. Oh, sorry, Nameless. Nope, you go.
No, I was just a quick piggyback. That's a nice point there, highlighting something on their end. But on our side, on O, I think a tiny little X factor is, you know, we got a bunch of playmakers that are young, that have just been growing through the year. And here we are at the end of the year with several more weeks of practice, and just, you know, I just feel like the growth process continues. You know, we got Roman, we got Mikey Sandwister, we've got Henning, we've just got all these. I mean, I agree with JC. We're going to utilize Edwards more, and of course, Quorum, and all these weapons. Man, we are poised to explode. And I think a big key to the game, and a growing kind of theme, is the Broyles Coach Award winner. Man, he's been spot on, creative, calling the plays. This is a guy much maligned, who just couldn't dial up anything right in his first, you know, couple of years, and now it's just all coming together. He's just got all the ingredients, and I think that creativity will be key. Those flea flickers, those reverses at all the opportune times. I mean, they have it set up so well where they see something on defense, where they prepare for it, and they see it, and they all recognize it under this leadership. They seize it and they execute. I'm a believer. It's been happening week after week after week, just like Sunnyside pointed out. That's going to be a key. We got to execute just like we've been doing. And those creative plays, those strikes for TDs, that's going to take us to victory. Come on, man, go blue.
But almost this month off could actually backfire, because we were on such a high ride coming off that OSU win, and now we've had a whole month off. I think, and we know how this CFP goes after a whole month. You need almost a quarter and a half to knock off the rust. I just hope Jim Harbaugh has prepared the boys that they don't have as much rust as Georgia.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good point, Spirit. And I was going to respond to some of the things that were said earlier about, you know, obviously Gaddis is also key, you know, and I do agree he's going to have to get creative, but I don't think it's going to be flea flickers and misdirections. Let's not forget the reason why those things work is because over the last few weeks, and really the whole season, our line has dominated its opponents, including OSU. You know, I don't think, you know, JB, you made a comment about how we slowed down their three receivers. I don't think that was the case. That's not the reason why we beat OSU. They still had like 1 million yards passing. We won that game because we were able to just physically overpower them, you know, on offense. They just could not stop the run. Same thing with Iowa. We dominated the line of scrimmage, forced them to commit, to sell out, to stop the run. That's when that opens up all the misdirection, the flea flickers, all that. I don't know. I don't think that we're going to be able to physically dominate Georgia in the same fashion. Hence, those types of plays may not be available as readily. And so Gad's going to have to come up with some other wrinkles, find some matchups that he can exploit. And that's where I kind of start shaking, scratching my head. I'm not sure where those matchups are for us on the offensive side of the ball. Maybe like JC from Sunnyside said, maybe you're talking about, Edwards and Quorum out of the backfield. But, that's always a tough way to really win an entire game. So it's going to be tough sledding on offense. I don't think there's any question about it. I don't think we're going to win on these, flea flickers, halfback passes, stuff like that. We're going to have to find other matchups, and I'm not really sure what those matchups are.
Good thing you're not an assistant coach, because clearly, you don't think that this month off will have extra time to go over all the Georgia film and all the tendencies that they've gone through. What do you think these guys are doing for 3.5 weeks?
Yeah.
Since the end of OSU.
You think the Georgia?
Oh, come on! Yeah, come on,
you think
man.
they're just sitting on the sidelines like having beers all month? They're doing the same thing.
Come on,
man. You make it sound like no team has ever lost a game coming out of a bye week or something because they had extra time to prepare. Come on, man.
The month off is negligible for both teams.
What more does this team need to do to show you what they're capable of doing? It seems to me that you all both are hedging so hard because you can't stand another defeat in yourself. Listen, I purged myself already of OSU. I purged myself of voting against this Michigan team against OSU because I said after they beat my prediction and they show me well enough that this is a team that can do it, I can't stop but have faith in what this team can do.
But then why
Aiden Hutchinson, my parents, my mom sent me a news article from Hawaii. She's never done this before. You know the last time she did this was when we beat OSU to go to the national championship back in 1997. And now it's taken almost 20 plus years, 30 plus years to get back to my mom sending me newspaper articles of Amaze and Blue. What more do you need? My mom has put in her vote for this, and we're going to see an amazing time there in Miami because this is all is done. I'm done talking.
Hey, I don't disagree that you're going to have an amazing time in Miami with titles and apexes, but all I want to say is that, come on, man, let's be realist here. This is going to be a tough matchup. If anything, it's 60-40 Georgia, just based on the way the teams are constructed and how they played.
I'm not going to deny we're up against elite team. We are in the CFP after all. It's down to the final four. I mean, I think everyone belongs, even lowly Cincinnati here, but come on, man. This has been a dream season. I think I learned this expression from Big Reg. I'm right there with Bizzle. I'm in ride or die mode now, baby. Let's go Blue. All the freaking way. Yeah, we could lose. That's why you play the games. Yes. It'll take a minute to peel myself off the floor. You're right, Bagman. Yeah, but nothing is going to take away from the utter contentment and jubilee that I thought, and I want this thing to keep on going. And I believe that things can go our way. So let's see what happens. I think we got the right coaching. We got the right the team leadership. I think Ojabo and Hutchinson are going to wreak some havoc. We haven't talked too much about it. It's come up a little bit, but they have been making plays all season, and we're going to need them to be disruptive and punch Stetson in the mouth a few times. That little walk on. They're going to wish they had, what's his name, JT, to come off. No way, baby. We're going to force some turnovers. I mean, this is our formula. And please, baby, take us to the final. That's what I'm waiting on. So come on, man. Go Blue.
Anyone else? Anyone else? Man, oh man.
Let's do some predictions.
Well, Big Red, your take. You're taking how the game flow, key matchups.
Man. Listen, who am I? Who am I? What predictive powers do I have? I have none. I only have one setting on my predictions: Michigan victory. That's it. You know what I'm saying? There is no variability in what I have to say. But I will say this. When I look at the Georgia Bulldog team, I see a team whose veneer of invincibility has been cracked. All season long, they had been hyped up as this generational anomaly that was so great and so dominant on defense. But when it came to their biggest moment, they faltered big time. And they can say all the things they want to about, we're putting that loss behind us and yada, 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 yibbity, yibbity, skibbity. But I truly believe in my heart of hearts that loss, not only that they lost, but the way that they lost. The fact that Alabama hung so many points on that vaunted defensive unit where everybody was talking about 5-star, 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 5-star all over the field. And they got walloped. They got walloped by the Alabama offense. So I believe that has put some serious cracks in their veneer of confidence, of thinking that they're one of the greatest of all time. No, far from. And I believe that after hearing what Coach Gaddis had to say about the preparations leading up to this game, where he said the offense, I forgot the exact word he used, but I think it was something of in respect to being phenomenal.
Blown
This
away.
offense is humming. It's like a finely tuned race car. Vroom, 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 vroom. Oh, and I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. Then when I look at Michigan on defense versus that Georgia offense, that Georgia offense, man, oh man. They have not seen anything close to Ojabo and Hutchinson coming down the ground and squishing them. Oh man, I don't know how many quarterbacks they got left in that quarterback room, but I'll tell you this: whoever's standing there taking the ball from under center, he's going to get walloped this game. I guarantee you that. And because of that, I'm feeling super confident going into this matchup versus the Georgia Bulldogs. We're aiming to fix some dogs and fix them up good. Well, I don't want to get into the predictions yet, but you know what? I'm going to jump cut right now. I'm going to go right into my prediction. University of Michigan Wolverines. 45. Georgia Bulldogs. 13. Put it in the box.
Oh, it's always a blowout. It's always a blowout with him. I'm gonna go next.
I see greatness, and I see a Georgia Bulldogs team that has been castrated. Okay, they went down to the ASPCA, and them dogs got snipped. Oh man, there's no more bark. There's not even any, forget about bite, there's no more bark. Now that there used to be whoo, whoo. Now that they snipped there, whoo, whoo, okay? So these Michigan Wolverines taking them to 45-13, marching on to the finals in Indianapolis, where I will be there in person. Let's go.
Anyways, so as the only person who's actually going to this game,
I'm going to the next game, though. I am going to the next game.
Whatever's. Anyways, whatever's. You said you were going to this game, but you're not going anymore. So
that was before this whole COVID nonsense. But anywho,
come on. Anyways, I think earlier in this week, post Christmas, just watching, the highlights, reading all the news, media articles, etc. Blah blah blah. Like I said, I had a sense of this is all gravy. I'm just gonna go down there, enjoy the warm weather, play some golf, enjoy the scenery.
Nice.
And yeah, like I talked to my friend Ben from Pittsburgh. Not really, no collaboration with Bagman from Pittsburgh, but my friend Ben, and I was telling him, like I give us a 25% chance of winning this game. I was like, you know what? It's just kind of like there, and we'll see what goes on. But as of this week, And as I left like this air of like doubt back in Pittsburgh away, and now I've come clear focus into what this week is all about, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. I'm going to go with a 31-28 Jake Moody field goal to win it. Our boy, Jake Moody, All American kicker, kicking it for the win, just like our boy Remy. 31-28 Michigan. I'm calling it. Put it in the books. Michigan versus everybody.
Oh, so I'm feeling a lot of regret right now asking Big Reg for his take, because he basically said what I was gonna say to back up my score prediction. Oh, so I think that loss to Alabama and everything that the media is saying about like how they were, not a true number one, they haven't played anybody, is going to play in their minds. And they're going to be a little tight. They're going to try to prove themselves to the nation. Well, everybody's watching. Players are going to try to do too much, and that's going to be their downfall. As a result, we're going to have a couple of turnovers come our way. Like Big Red said, Ojabo, Hutchinson, Mozzie, Hinton, those four is going to own the trenches. When we're on the defensive side of the ball, we're going to own the trenches. The key is we do have to lock down that guy Brock, because he is a specimen, right? He is a guy that can dominate a game. But if we can do that with some inside help, Colson, give Ross some help,
Rod Moore,
Daxel, hopefully he comes back, right? He flies down to Miami tomorrow. I don't know. I think the 8-point spread, we will cover that, right? We will cover 32-24, Michigan going to the college football championship, January 10th. Book it, baby.
Boom. My prediction real quick is, I swear, so sorry to be boring, but it is the identical down to the final field goal, 31-28 Michigan. Go Blue, hey Moody. Sometimes it is what it is. I'm not gonna change it for the sake of having a different score prediction. It's what I came in with, and that's what I'm sticking with. I think it's going to be an insta classic going to the championship.
Let's go, Debbie Doubters. Come on.
I don't know how producer JB had a 25% confidence on this game. If anything, like I said before, it should have been a toss-up, because I don't know how you compare two teams who play in two different conferences, who play two different opponents. But my prediction for this game, as long as Jim Harbaugh does not screw us up
Oh, gosh.
and only stands there to call timeouts when Gaddis tells him to, I think the final score will be 39-26. Michigan Wolverines, I'll see you in Indianapolis.
Let's go.
God. That's the most awkward scoreline I've ever heard for a football game. 39-26. There's so many weird things that have to happen to get to 39 or 26, let alone have both of those numbers come up. Oh my gosh, 39-26.
All right. Well, I always told you guys I'm going to think with my head, right? And, I got to say, I get a kick out of how everything we say here is always seen through the rose-colored glasses of a Michigan fan. Like when we say Georgia just lost to Alabama, hence their confidence is going to be shaken, and they're going to start the cracks in their armor are going to start to show. That's not what we said when we lost to Michigan State. We said, this is the best thing. This could be a really good thing for us. It's a wake-up call. It's this is going to propel us on to greater things. Why we don't say that about the opponent, Georgia? Why they wouldn't have that same reaction? Logically speaking, I don't understand. I also don't see the matchups in our favor. I don't see where, like I said before, where we're going to get our points, where we're going to be able to create enough offense on this Georgia defense. But after all these weeks, I am going to decide to go with my heart on this one.
Wow.
For one reason only. A name that we actually haven't mentioned all that much, that we obviously maybe it's because we take it for granted at this point. I will not go against Aiden Hutchinson at this point. I think the key thing is if he and Ojabo can come up with 3-4 sacks, which I'm not going to bet against them, create some disruption. I'm going to go 24-21, Michigan Wolverines, Block M. I will also see you in Indianapolis. Let's go Blue.
Hey,
Boom,
come
baby.
on, man.
Boom,
Scores aren't only scored by the offense. I'm calling a fumble return for a touchdown this game. Come on.
There you go. There you go.
Strip sack, fumble return.
Boom.
We don't need offense to score.
I think it's still 7 points though, isn't it? If it's a pick six. Yeah, let's it's exciting. I'll tell you right now, plans are changing all the time. Flights are getting canceled, and yet I am still gonna make it down there. Look for me on TV. I don't know where we're gonna be. Tickets are still not bought in terms of the game. It's just I'm just gonna be outside the stadium, just looking for a way to get in. I might get arrested, so it was nice knowing you all. 2021, peace out.
I guarantee you, if you wear a string bikini, you will get on TV. Like
Please don't.
if you go to Emden and buy a Michigan bikini and wear it to the game, you will get on TV. I guarantee you that. Do it. Do it.
At the cost of the
La
rest of the
Isla
country.
Bonita.
Welcome to Miami.
Hi, papi.
Hi, puppy.
That's big poppy to you.
Oh goodness.
I do know that the Michigan players are calm and relaxed. Madia and Mofia have been in touch with Andrew Anthony, Roman Wilson, AJ Henning in the pool, playing ping pong. They're just chilling and relaxed and just looking forward to this game. They're excited, but they're relaxed.
Yeah, you don't want to go into this game tight, It's the last thing you want to be, especially coming off a month-long bye. But again, they still got a few days to focus up, tighten up everything, and then come out to this game guns a-blazing. And I have all the confidence in the world that that's what's going to happen. The Michigan Wolverines, they're going to come out, they're going to put on a show. They're going to put on a show. And people are going to wonder, why didn't we rank Michigan #1 overall in the playoffs? We done made a mistake. Sorry.
The player of the game that I'm looking to make a difference, my boy, #2, Blake Corum, finally healthy. Let's see what you got, baby. Obviously, I know my boy Hassan Haskins will obviously do his work, but it's also going to take two people. Rain and thunder. Go, 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 go!
I've been dogging this.
It's lightning and thunder, isn't it?
No,
I thought it was thunder and lightning.
Hey, what's rain and thunder? What? Those are the wrong weather items.
Oh
Rain
my
and
gosh.
thunder. No.
I've been dogging this dude for all year, but I think our player of the game on the offensive side of the ball is going to be Donovan Edwards. I got to say, Donovan
Wow.
Edwards is going to be our Player of the game.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. It's a big statement there.
Could be not that far fetched. You need the studs to shine. Where are you going to create those matchups? Like Bagman said, it's time to unleash the beast. Maybe even JJ. At least for a throw, a run, something. Bring it all. Nothing to hold back now.
Nothing to hold back. Just let it all go. Just
Yeah.
let it all go.
All hang out.
Everything.
All hang out.
Just everything hanging out there. Oh, nothing hidden anymore. Just let them all hang, baby. Let them all hang.
All nude.
Whoa, what? What are you
What?
talking about?
Huh?
Wow. There was plenty of innuendo without the explicit.
I know. We're gonna have to give producer JB his second Please Stand By of the season. Holy smokes. What the heck? Oh man, oh man.
Oh god.
My player of the game, if I had to pick one, is gonna be the guy that I've been defending all year, all season. Cade McNamara. I think Cade's gonna have a heck of a game.
Just get
So
the ball
that's
out of your
where I'm going
hands.
with it. Huh?
Get the ball out of your hands quickly.
Yep, I think he's gonna make the right reads. He's gonna make some smart reads, and he's gonna get the ball out and into the hands of the playmakers so that they can do their thing. So I'm feeling pretty good about the way Cade is gonna play this game.
I like that. He's been heck of a player.
Yeah.
I mean, gotta give credit. He has just done heck of a job without putting up the stats, putting aside the ego, following the game plan. I mean, I think you're right. That's a great call.
In the words of the great Terrell Owens, that's my quarterback. That's my quarterback.
Gosh, don't screw it up.
His celebrations are like, you ever see his celebrations like the little fish out of water? Like he does this little. I love it. We're gonna see a lot of that. We're gonna see a lot of this.
A lot of the fish wiggle, is that what you call it?
I hope so. I hope so.
The Billy Bass. Oh yeah. Anywho, any other thoughts, gentlemen, before we wrap it up? No. All right. Well,
It's gonna be a great way to ring in 2022. Oh,
you know what? It's true, because by the time the game ends and all the post-game interviews and all that kind of stuff, it's going to be 2022. So I raise my glass to the Michigan Wolverines and the fine job that they've done in 2021. And I look forward to ringing in a happy New Year in 2022 with you fellas and the rest of Wolverine Nation. Let's go and get it. Let's get it. Go blue.
Go blue.
Go blue.
Blue, baby.